Hello, everybody. Bill Kelso along with the rest of the We Digital crew with the game here today. The first game, it's the bronze medal game. It's the St. Clair Saints against the Fanshawe Falcons, and the winner of this game will play later on this morning as we get a look at the Fanshawe Falcons batting order and their starting lineup. Martin will play left field. He'll bat first, followed by McGuire Gordon, the shortstop, for Haven, the catcher. Adamu at the right fielder will bat fourth. And cleanup, Lawler at first, Stratton, the DH. Liam Carson is the third baseman, Drew Lawrence. And Connor Smith, the second baseman, is the ninth batter. The pitcher is Samuel Clements. He is the starting pitcher for Fanshawe here this morning. And now we look at the defensive alignment for the St. Clair Saints. Robinson at first, Boisson at second, Ray at short, Finley at third, Morins in left, Paulus is in center, and right field is Appleyard. The catcher is Real, and the pitcher is Evan Ferguson will be the starting pitcher for the St. Clair Saints this morning. Ferguson named to the All-Star team this past season. And the Saints will be looking for him to get victory here to send him into the next game. Just about ready to get things underway. There's some warm-up tosses. The Saints are now taking the field, and we'll get this one underway. A little breezy today, not as breezy as yesterday. Definitely a little warmer. And it will be much warmer as the day progresses. A clear blue sky. Look at Ferguson. 4-0. 24 innings pitched. Look at the ERA, 2.04 with 15 strikeouts in those 24 innings and just 3 walks. Pretty good control pitcher. Tall right-hander. And the Saints will be looking for him to do the job here this morning. Should be a fun day here at the ballpark. Crowd's still coming in. There's a look at the temperature. It feels like 10 even though it is 12 currently. We're going to have a sunny day and the wind gusts up to 37 km, so a little windy. And as you can tell by the flag blowing in the wind, nice shot there. Good camera work, guys. As Robinson going through his warm-up tosses. Just about ready to get things underway here on a gorgeous, gorgeous Saturday morning. Thanks for being along. Eric Martin will lead things off. He'll be followed by McGuire Gordon and Brad Verhoeven. First 3 batters scheduled to bat for the Fanshawe Falcons here this morning. It's actually starting to warm up here. It's not bad at all. Just a little bit breezy. Again, yesterday was a lot more breezy. But today certainly is going to be a better day here in the area. And the wind is blowing out to left field. That could be interesting if you hit a ball in the left field. Just a moment away from the ball game's first pitch. Robinson will square off against Martin. I should say Ferguson, sorry. Evan Ferguson. So here's the left fielder, Eric Martin, to lead things off for the Falcons. First pitch of the ball game is up high. It's 1-0. 1-0 the count to Martin. Martin, as mentioned, a good tall right-hander, and the second pitch in for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count to Martin. Ferguson deals up high, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to Martin. Gordon waits on deck. And the pitch. Strike two, it's 2-2. So the count is even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouls it up. Shallow right field is going to make the play. One up and one down. And the Falcons' first inning will bring up Gordon, the shortstop. So Gordon will step up, right-handed batter. One out, nobody on. We were at the top of the first inning. First pitch, in for a strike. It's 0-1. Good pitch delivered by Ferguson. 0-1 the count to Gordon. He'll be followed by the catcher, Brad Verhoeven. Pitch is up high, 1-1. 1-1 the count to Gordon. Again, nobody on, one out. Just underway here at Bert Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. We're glad you're along to watch this broadcast. The 1-1 pitch on the way. It's wide, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count. To Gordon. The 2-1 pitch on the way is low, make it 3-1. So the count has worked to 3-1 on Gordon. Ferguson delivers. In for a strike, it's 3-2. Full count on Gordon. Ferguson delivers. Goes up high, he walked him. So the first base runner in this game, a walk given to Gordon. It's going to bring up the catcher, Brad Verhoeven, left-handed batter. Runner at first, one out. Verhoeven was 15 for 42 in the season with a .357 batting average. One home run and 12 RBIs. First pitch to Verhoeven is up high and inside. It's 1-0. 1-0 to Verhoeven. Again, Gordon at first. Ferguson sets and deals. It is swung on and hit into right field. Foul out of play. Count is 1-1. 1-1. The count to Verhoeven. One pitch is swung on and hit into shallow left field, and Tim Finley, the third baseman, will make the play on the ball that was lightly hit just past third base. 2 out, 1 on. They'll bring up the right fielder, Ferris Adamu. Another left-handed batter. I know yesterday when Fanshawe played, and most of the players are playing in this lineup too, had 5 out of their 9 batters were left-handed. One on, 2 outs. Top of 1. And the first pitch to Adamu. Right back to the pitcher. And he'll flip it to first base, Robinson. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we come to the bottom of the first. We are scoreless. We'll be back with more baseball right after this.
For every big breath, for every little breath. And for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
We are back here at the OCAA Championships. Going to start the bottom of the first inning here at Lacasse Park. St. Clair Saints are coming up to bat. We're going to look at their batting order. Paulos will bat first. He's the center fielder, followed by Appleyard and Henry Reel. After Reel will be Owen Finley, the third baseman. Garrett Kratz will bat fifth. Colin Robinson, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Batting seventh is Carter Ray. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Isaac Boisson, and the left fielder Spencer Morin is batting ninth. And they'll square up against pitcher Samuel Clements, a right-hander for the Fanshawe Falcons. And look at the defensive alignment. Lawler at first, Smith at second, Gordon at short, Carson at third, Martin in left, Lawrence in center, Adamu in right field. The catcher is Verhoeven, and the pitcher Samuel Clements. And the first batter will be a left-handed batter, Ethan Paulos. He'll be followed by Appleyard. Look at Clements' record, 2-0. 11.2 innings pitched with a 4.20 ERA. And his first pitch inside, 1-0, the count on Paulos. As mentioned, Appleyard and Henry Reel, the next two scheduled batters. Ball is chopped towards first, and he'll make the play, the first baseman. One up and one down on the ground out. Jamie Lawlor with the play. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Hunter Appleyard. Again, we're just getting this thing underway. The bottom of the first inning. Appleyard went 23 for 47 in the regular season and batting .489 with 24 RBIs. And he hits this one into center field. And an easy play for the center fielder. 2 up and 2 down in the Saints' first inning. Making the play was Drew Lawrence. To bring up the catcher, Henry Reel. So 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of 1. Here at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. Clements' first pitch, curveball is in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count on Reel. Clements deals up high, 1-1. 1-1 the count to Reel. He'll be followed by Owen Finley, the third baseman. That's outside and low, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to Reel. The 2-1 pitch on the way is swung on and hit into right field. And making the play is the right fielder, Adamu. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. The score at the end of 1. It's 0-0. We'll be back with more baseball right after this.
Every child should learn how to swim, for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
We are back at Lacasse Park. Look at some of the crowd here at the ballpark. Here at the 2022 OCAA Baseball Championship. Look at all the scores in the respective games. Winner of this game will play in the gold medal game, game 1. And then if there's necessary, a gold medal game 2 if Humber College loses game 1. Robinson finishing his warm-up tosses. He's going to face Jamie Lawler, Carter Stratton, and Liam Carson. The 3 scheduled batters for the Falcons here in the top half of the second inning. Nicely underway here at the old ballpark. We are still looking for the game's first hit, although early, as we get set to start the second inning. First baseman Jamie Lawler will step up to the plate, right-handed batter. Robinson faced 4 batters in the first inning. He had 1 walk. First pitch to Lawler is inside, 1-0. 1-0, the count to Lawler. One 0 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. 1-1, the count on Lawler. The DH Carter Stratton awaits on deck. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Another swing and a miss, make it 1-2. So Ferguson gets ahead of Lawler, 1-2 the count. First batter here in the second inning for the Fanshawe Falcons. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and belted into left field, and that's going to get by the left fielder all the way to the fence. Holding up at second base is Lawler. So the Falcons have a runner in scoring position. He's at second base with nobody out. Look at this on the replay. He got a good rip at it. Tough play in the outfield. And it's going to be a stand-up double for Lawler. It's going to bring up the DH Carter Stratton. Runner on with nobody out here in the top half of the second inning. And the Falcons are threatening early. Looking to advance this runner. Pitches up high. It's 1-0. 1-0 the count to Stratton with Liam Carson on deck. Ferguson deals. It's fouled off behind the screen. Count is 1-1. 1-1 the count to Stratton. Runner on second, nobody out. First hit of the ball game for either team was the double by Lawler. Here's the 1-1. Up high, 2-1. 2-1, the count to Stratton. Ferguson delivers. Ouch. He clipped him. Hit by a pitch. And that's going to put runners at first and second with nobody out here in the second inning. Going to bring up the third baseman, Liam Carson. 2 runners aboard with nobody out here in the second inning. Cardinals looking to avenge a loss yesterday to the same St. Clair Saints. And they've got the Saints in a bit of a jam here early in the second inning. The first pitch to Carson is up high, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Carson. Drew Lawrence, the center fielder, awaits on deck. First and second, nobody out. Ferguson deals. Chopper hit towards short, and he doesn't make the play. It goes into the outfield, and the bases are now loaded. So look at this on the replay, and the shortstop couldn't make the play. That's Ray. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for Drew Lawrence. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the second inning. Pitch to Lawrence is fouled off. Counts 0-1. Waiting for the official scoring on that last play. And it's called a hit. Pitch is swung on, and it's belted into center field for a base hit. One run will score. And the bases are still loaded. It's 1-0 Fanshawe. Lawler comes in on the hit, a solid hit. A base hit for Lawrence. And three hits and a hit Spassman so far in this inning, and it's still nobody out. It's going to bring up the left-handed batter, Connor Smith. And the Falcons with an early 1-0 lead. Bases loaded with nobody out. Falcons have struck early here in this one. Pitch is swung on, hit into center field. Center fielder makes the play, but a run will score. And it's now 2-0 for the Falcons with runners at first and second. Look at the replay of the play to center field. Ball was drifting a bit. Nevertheless, the Falcons lead 2-0. With one out. It'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. Eric Martin, who flew to right field in his first time up. He batted .400 on the season. He has runners at first and second with one out. And the Falcons lead 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. First pitch outside, 1-0. 1-0 to Martin. Big inning so far for the Falcons. The 1-0 pitch. In for a strike, it's 1-1. 1-1 the count to Martin. Runners at first and second. 1 out, 2-0 is our score in favor of Fanshawe. One pitch fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. So Ferguson's worked the count to 1-2 on Martin. McGuire Gordon waits on deck for the Falcons. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Chopped towards first. Robinson makes the play, flips it to the pitcher. Did he make the play? He did. Just barely did. Runners advance to second and third. Look at this on the replay. This is a close play. Very close. And he just got there. 3-1 on the play. Runners at second and third with two out. For McGuire Gordon. First pitch to Gordon. Off the body of the pitcher, and the run's going to score. Now the runners are at first and third. An RBI for Gordon, and it's 3-0. Going to bring up the catcher, Brad Verhoeven. And the Falcons have erupted into a 3-0 lead here in the second inning. Two outs, runners at first and third, and the Falcons lead 3-0. There has been a major uprising here in the second inning. And the Saints trail by 3. One and 0 the count to Verhoeven. Again, runners at first and third, 2 out. Ferguson in a jam. And the pitch. Swung on and hit into right field. And it's going to drop for a hit. Runner goes to third on the play and make it 4-0. Runners at first and third. It's going to bring up Ferris at Adamu. Ferris Adamu, the batter. And the Falcons lead 4-0 here in the second inning. 2 away. 5 hits so far in the inning for the Falcons. That was the 5th hit. Adamu off the pitcher's glove. Let's see. Run will score. Everybody is safe. On the line, drive up the middle. And it's 5-0 for Fanshawe. Look at this on the replay. Right off the glove. And everybody's safe. And the Falcons have taken a 5-0 lead. It's going to bring up Jamie Lawler, who was the first batter this inning. He doubled his first time up. This is the 10th batter in the inning. And the Falcons lead 5-0 with 2 out runners at first and second. The pitch to Lawler. In the dirt. Nobody advances. Good block by Henry Reel. Major rally here for the Falcons. 5 runs in this inning. There are 2 out. They've had 6 hits. Here's the 1-0. Up high, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count to Lawler. Two-0 pitch on the way in the dirt, low. Count is 3-0. 3-0 the count to Lawler. Runners at first and second. 5-0's our score. The 3-0 pitch went swinging on it. And it was fielded by the right fielder to end the side, but nevertheless, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. And the score as we come to the bottom of the second, the Falcons lead 5-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
I'm just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
We are back here at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. And if you've missed it, well, guess what? You missed a big inning. The top of the second inning, the Fanshawe Falcons scored 5 runs and 6 hits. And now we'll come up to the bottom half of the second inning where the Saints will send Finley, Kratz, and Robinson to the plate, the first 3 batters, as they try to climb out of this 5-0 deficit against the pitcher Samuel Clements for the Fanshawe Falcons here in the bronze medal game. Owen Finley, the third baseman, will be the first batter. to face Samuel Clements. On deck is the DH, Garrett Kratz. So we get set to start the bottom half of the second inning. First pitch to Finley is low, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, 1-1. 1-1, the count to Finley. Curveball, off-speed pitch is fouled off, make it 1-2. 1-2, the count to Finley. One-two pitch on the way. It's low. It's 2-2. 2-2, the count on Finley. First batter here in the bottom half of the second inning for the Saints. A low and away, make it 3-2. So the count is full on Owen Finley. The 3-2 pitch sent down the third baseline, but foul. Had a good rip, but it went foul. Count still full at 3-2. Saints trying to claw their way back into this one with an early lead administered so far by the Falcons. The 3-2 pitch on the way. It's up high and inside. He walked him. So Finley is the first runner aboard in this game, albeit early, for the Saints, and will bring up the DH, Garrett Kratz. Kratz, right-handed batter. Finley at first. One on, nobody out. Bottom of 2. 5-0 is our score. Kratz hit .269 on the season. He was 7 for 26. First pitch is up high. It's 1-0. 1-0, the count to Kratz. First baseman Colin Robinson is on deck for the Saints. Throw back to first. The 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, 1-1. 1-1, the count to Kratz. One on the way, up high and in tight. Make it 2-1. 2-1 to Kratz. The 2-1 pitch fouled off behind us here in our broadcast location. He gets close to me, I'm going to snap my glove hand out in rapier-like fashion. Here's the 2-2 pitch coming. It's on the way. It's fouled off to the screen behind. Off the backstop. Count 2-2. 2-2 to Kratz. Clements doesn't throw hard. Just gave up his first walk to Finley. Two and 2 count. And the pitch. Strike 3. Got him. He just got a piece of it, but it went into the catcher's mitt. First strikeout of the morning for Clements. 1 out, 1 on board. He's going to bring up the first baseman, Colin Robinson. Again, runner at first. Robinson, 13 for 29 on the season. Takes a ball. It's 1-0. Again, Finley at first. The shortstop, Carter Ray, awaits on deck. Pitch in for a strike. 1-1. 1-1 to Robinson. The pitch in tight, 2-1. Robinson's a batter who usually makes contact. The 2-1 pitch up high, 3-1. So Robinson works the count to 3-1. Runner at first, 1 out. 5-0's our score. The 3-1 pitch is belted deep into left field, way back at the fence, and it is gone. A 2-run blast for Colin Robinson. Wake-up call for the Saints, and the Saints now trail by 3 on the 2-run blast by Colin Robinson. And that's got the crowd a bit into it. And the Saints now trail 5-2. Look at this on the replay. Wow. He got all of it right into left center over the fence. And it's now 5-2. It's the first home run of the tournament. That ball is low. It's 1-0 to Ray. And a line drive speared by the shortstop on a good play. 2 out in the Saints' second. Good play by the shortstop. It's a good rip. Great play by the shortstop. We'll bring up the second baseman, Isaac Boisson. 2 out, nobody on. 5-2's our score. Pitch is low and away, 1-0. 1-0, the count to Boisson. Left fielder Spencer Morin awaits on deck. Up high, 2-0. 2-0, the count to Boisson. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Called strike, it's 2-1. 2-1, the count to Boisson. Up high, make it 3-1. 3-1, the count to Boisson. Nobody on, 2 out. 5-2 is our score in favor of Fanshawe. There's a strike. Make it 3-2. The 3-2 count on Boisson. Here's the payoff pitch. It's low and away. It's a walk to Boisson. Second walk given up in the game and in the inning by Clements. That's going to bring up the left fielder and the ninth batter. Overall, Spencer Morin, left-handed batter. Runner at first, 2 out. Bottom of 2. Morin hit .500 for the season, a pretty impressive year. And he lays it down. I don't think they're going to get him. No, they're not. And the runner is going to hold at second. And a perfectly laid down bunt single delivered by Spencer Morin. And runners are now at first and second. That was a beautiful bunt. Look at this. Nice replay, guys. Really good one there. So runners are at first and second with 2 out. It's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Ethan Paulos. Paulos ground out the first time up. 2 on, 2 out. Again, another left-handed batter. And now Clements finds himself in a bit of a jam. And Paulos with a very impressive season, 24 for 56. Saints have narrowed the deficit to 3. It's 5-2. First pitch, up and away, make it 1-0. 1-0, the count to Poulos. Right fielder Hunter Appleyard is on deck. The 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, 1-1. 1-1, the count on Poulos. The pitch swung on and hit hard past the second baseman, base hit. Runner will score. Another goes to third. safe at home, and it's now 5-3. Going to second on the throw was Poulos on the single. And now the Saints trail by 2 here in the second inning. And I think we're going to have a conference at the mound for the Falcons. 5-3 is our score. Let's look at the replay. Saints score on the play. Now the runners will be at second and third. They've narrowed the deficit to just 2 runs as we're here in the second inning, and both teams have had huge second innings. Love the music they play here at the ballpark. Big conference at the mound, and the umpire from home plate is going to break up that session, or I don't even think he has to, as they break up now. Hunter Alpayard, the right fielder, will step up. He flew out to center his first time up. Morin's at third. Poulos at second. 2 out, 2 on. 5-3 is our score. And Clemens deals. Curveball in for a strike. It's 0-1, the count on Appleyard. Appleyard had a great season. Let's see what he does here in this situation. Fouls it away, and the count 0-2. So Clemens ahead of the batter, 0-2. Appleyard is generally a tough out. Let's see what he does in this situation. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled off again. Got a better rip that time. Count remains 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is low in the dirt, but stopped there by the catcher. Verhoeven. Count is now 1-2. Runners at second and third. 2 out. Bottom of 2. 1-2 pitch on the way. Just missed, make it 2-2. Close pitch, but didn't get the call, so it's 2-2. In the dirt, but blocked by the catcher and out in front. Count goes full. 3-2, the count on Appleyard. Again, runners at second and third. There is an open base. If he gets aboard, Henry Reel will step up to the plate for the Saints. 3-2, the count. The payoff pitch. Swung on and hit into right field. And it's caught by the right fielder. And the side is retired, but not before the Saints get 3 runs on 3 hits. And the score as we go to the top of 3, it's 5-3 for Fanshawe. We'll be back with more baseball right after this.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
We are back here at Lacasse Park. Score is now 5-3 after the Saints put 3 across the board to get back into this one as we get set this start the top of the third inning. Ferguson remains in the game for the Saints. He'll square off against Carter Stratton, Liam Carson, and Drew Lawrence. Here in the top of the third inning, Stratton was hit by a pitch in the second inning. 10 batters went to the plate for the Falcons in the last inning. Swing and a miss. The count is 0-1. Pitch was a bit up high, but he went after it. Liam Carson is on deck. And the pitch. Again, swing and a miss. 0-2, the count on Stratton. The 0-2 pitch up high, 1-2. Ferguson has yet to strike out anybody in this one. So he's looking for his first K. Count is 1-2. And the pitch. And he gets him. Called strike 3. It is his first strikeout of the morning. 1 up and 1 down in the Falcons' third. Will bring up Liam Carson, the third baseman. Carson is 1 for 1 on the morning. He had a single his last time up in inning number 2. Drew Lawrence awaits on deck. First pitch, inside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Carson. The 1-0 pitch. Good pitch, 1-1. Caught the lower edge of the corner in the plate. It's 1-1, the count on Carson. The 1-1 pitch up high, 2-1. 2-1, the count on Carson. Two 1 pitch on the way. It's low. Make it 3-1. 3-1 the count. 1 out. Nobody on. We're in the top of 3. The 3-1 pitch up high and in tight. He walked him. So Carson gets aboard with a walk. It's the second walk given up by Ferguson here this morning. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Drew Lawrence, who singled and had an RBI his last time up. Runner at first, 1 out. 5-3 is our score. If you've just joined us, and if you did, you've missed quite an eventful second inning as we're here in the top of the third. First pitch to Lawrence is hit into right center field. Hovering under it and making the play is Poulos. 2 down for Fanshawe. Look at this on the replay. Relatively easy play in right center field. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Connor Smith. Smith, the left-handed batter, had a triple his last time up. 1 on, 2 out, top of 3. And the pitch. Attempted bunt, strike call. It's 0-1, the count on Smith. 2 out, 1 on, top of the third. 5-3 is our score. Smith, the second baseman. Oh, 1 pitch in for a strike, make it 0-2. 2 strikes on Smith. Saints would like to strand the runner at first on this one, on this particular batter. Count is 0-2. Ferguson deals, swing and a miss, and he gets him. Second strikeout of the inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we come to the bottom of the third, the Saints trail 5-3. We'll be back with more baseball in just a moment.
Mont's On Time Express has all of your delivery needs covered with a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks. It doesn't matter if the freight is big or small. Mont's On Time Express can guarantee safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Licensed to broker freight throughout North America, Mont's On Time Express features same-day delivery service, along with a state-of-the-art dispatching system and live GPS tracking assistance. Mont's is fully insured and Canadian bonded and has certifications with FAST, CTAT, PIP, and SmartWay. Mont's On Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. To get your delivery moving, contact Mont's On Time Express at www.montsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282.
Well, we have a new pitcher on the mound to start the third inning for the Falcons. Wearing number 20, a left-hander, Wyatt Kerr will be stepping in. So he's on the mound, finishing up his warm-up tosses as we get set to start the bottom half of the third inning. Here's a look at Kerr. Has pitched 4.2 innings so far this season with an ERA of 0. 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. So the left-hander, Wyatt Kerr. And the first batter he'll face is the catcher, Henry Reel. Reel flew out to right field his first time up, so it was 0 for 1 in the morning. First pitch is outside, 1-0. 1-0, the count to Reel. He'll be followed by Finley and then Kratz. And the Saints here in the third inning. Make it 2-0. 2-0, the count on Reel. Reel batted .426 for the season, had a strong year. In the dirt, 3-0. So the first 3 pitches, balls from the arm of Wyatt Kerr. The 3-1 pitch, in for a strike, it's 3-1. 3-1, the count to Reel. Make it 3-2. The count goes full. So a full count on Reel. The left-hander, Wyatt Kerr. Here's the payoff. Pitch it swung on and belted into left field, but the left fielder will make the play right to him. 1 up and 1 down. Eric Martin with the catch. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Owen Finley. It'll be lefty against lefty. Finley, who this past season named to the All-Star team, a rookie, had a great season. Walked his first time up. Takes the first pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. 0-1 to Finley. The DH, Garrett Kratz, awaits on deck. Pitch is low. 1-1. 1-1, the count to Finley. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the third. The 1-1 pitch on the way. It's in the dirt. 2-1. 2-1, the count to Finley. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 2-2. 2-2, the count on Finley. The 2-2 pitch, chop foul. Just got a piece of it. Count remains 2-2. Two pitch on the way. Ground ball to second. Flipped over to first, and he gets him. Connor Smith with the play over to first. 2 up and 2 down in the Saints' third. It's going to bring up the DH, Garrett Kratz. Kratz struck out his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 so far in this one. Right-handed batter scoring off against the left-handed thrower. Kerr deals. It's belted foul down the left side. Had a good rip, but he pulled it foul. Oh and 1 the count to Kratz. Pitches popped up. The first baseman's going to make the play, so it's 3 up and 3 down in the Saints' third. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score at the end of 3, it's 5-3 for Fanshawe. We'll be back with more baseball momentarily.
No. I never smoked any. Sure, I smoked a bit. But it was more your mom who was into it. Pot grows naturally, but it won't help you grow as a person.
Talking cannabis with your teen can be learned. Download our free brochure.
You know what? Poison ivy grows naturally, but it's not good for you, is it?
Find the answers you need at drugfreekidscanada.org.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things. Like, should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Ballpark, we are back. Bill Kelso along with the rest of the We Digital crew. 5-3 is our score here at Lacasse Park. Here in the bronze medal game, Eric Martin will lead things off for the Fanshawe Falcons here in the top half of the 4th inning. Falcons lead by 2. They had a huge inning in the second. They got 5, but then the Saints struck for 3 in their second inning. And this is where we stand with Evan Ferguson still pitching on the mound for the Saints to start the 4th inning. Going to bring up Eric Martin. Martin 0 for 2 in this morning. Takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Martin. Chopped towards first. Robinson's going to make the play by himself. It's 1 up and 1 down in the Falcons' 4th. It's going to bring up the shortstop, McGuire Gordon. Gordon, walk and a single and an RBI so far in this one. So he's 1 for 1. Pitch is swung on and hit into right field. Making the play is Appleyard rather easily. It's 2 up and 2 down so far here in the Falcons' second inning. Hunter Appleyard with the play. He's going to bring up the catcher, Brad Verhoeven. Verhoeven's 1 for 2 so far. Single his last time up. Left-handed batter. First pitch. It's low, 1-0. 1-0 the count on Verhoeven. Ferris Adamu is on deck. Up high. Almost went for it. Make it 2-0. 2-0 the count on Verhoeven. The 2-0 pitch is low in the dirt. Counts worked at 3-0. Ferguson has walked 2 and hit a batsman so far in his first 3 innings pitched. 2 out here in the 4th. And the count is 3-0. make it ball 4. He walked him. So, third walk of the game for Ferguson. Runner at first, 2 out. And the right fielder, Ferris Adamu, steps up to the plate. The left-handed batter is 1 for 2 in this one. Single his last time up. Fanshawe had 6 hits and 5 runs in the second inning. That's what staked them so far to their 5-3 lead. The first offering from Ferguson is a low and away, make it 1-0. 1-0 the count on Adamu. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. 1-1 the count on Adamu. The 1-1 pitch just fouled off. The count goes to 1-2. So Ferguson has worked the count to 1-2 on Adamu. First baseman Jamie Lawlor is on deck. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he gets him. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we come to the bottom of 4, it's 5-3 Fanshawe. We'll be back with more baseball right after these words.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all. We are back here at Lacasse Park. Let's look at our score and also the scoreboard. 5-3 in favor of the Fanshawe Falcons here in the bronze medal game. OCAA. Colin Robinson steps up to the plate. Pitch was low. It's 1-0. He had a home run his last time up. A 2-run blast, so he's 1 for 1 in this one. 1-0 pitch to Robinson is belted again into left field deep, way back, and it is gone. Robinson with his second dinger of the morning, and the score is 5-4 as he belted that one. And the Saints climb within 1, 5-4. Colin Robinson with a solo blast deep to left center field. That was an epic blast by Robinson. Look at that, right near the scoreboard. And the score now is 5-4. And the Saints have climbed to within 1 run here as we're in the 4th inning.
He's going to bring the shortstop up, Carter Ray, who was 0 for 1. Pitch is outside, 1-0. First run given up by Kerr. Swing and a miss, count 1-1. 1-1 the count on Carter Ray. Ball hit into right field. And making the play, the center fielder makes the play. It was right center. That was Lawrence. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. 5-4 is our score. Eric Buisson, the second baseman who walked his first type up, will step up to the plate. One out in the fourth. 5-4 is our score. Pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Buisson. The left fielder, Spencer Morin, is on deck. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So Kerr works the count to 0-2 on Buisson. The 0-2 pitch, low and away, 1-2. 1-2 the count on Buisson. The pitch, swung on, hit the third. Long throw to first, and he gets him. So the third baseman makes the play. That was Liam Carson. He's going to bring out the left fielder, Spencer Morin. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of 4, 5-4 is our score. And the left-handed hitter, Morin, against the left-handed pitcher, Wyatt Kerr. Morin singled his last time up. Pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count on Morin. And the pitch. It's low and inside. 1-1. 1-1 the count to Morin. The 1-1 pitch, low, 2-1. 2-1, the count on Morin. The 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. It's 2-2. 2-2, the count on Morin. 2 out, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch. Low and away, make it 3-2. So the count is full on Morin. Again, 2 out. Here comes the payoff pitch. Inside and low, and he walked him. So Morin draws a walk. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Ethan Poulos. So Poulos, 1 for 2 here in this contest. Another left-handed batter. Hunter Appleyard awaits on deck if Poulos can get on board. Here's the pitch. In for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 the count to Poulos. Saints would like to get Poulos on base. Swing, and it's a base hit into center field. Runner will hold at second. Solid single for Poulos. He's now 2 for 3 in the game. First and second, and he'll bring out Hunter Appleyard. He might be due for a hit. He's 0 for 2 here so far this morning. He's flown out to center, and he's flown out to right. So Appleyard 0 for 2. Runners at first and second. 2 out, bottom of 4. And the Saints trail by a run. So they have a runner in scoring position for Appleyard here in the fourth inning. The first pitch to Appleyard, in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count on Appleyard. Kerr gets his signals from the catcher. Here's the 0-1, swung on and hit into left field for a base hit past the shortstop. Runner will come and score. Here comes the throw home. He is going to be safe at home. Going to third is Poulos. Advancing to second is Appleyard, and this game is tied. So it's 5 apiece. Look at the replay. Second and third with 2 outs here in the fourth. And he'll bring up the catcher, Henry Reel. Well, we did mention that Appleyard was due for a hit, and he certainly delivered there. Brought in the run. We're getting a pinch runner. We're going to bring up Finley because Reel got, actually, not a pinch runner. Reel got a free pass. Finley, the left-handed batter, against the left-handed pitcher. So bases are loaded with 2 out. Pitch is low, 1-0. Finley is 0 for 1 here this morning. So the bases are loaded with Reel getting the free pass. 5-5's our score. Again, low, make it 2-0. 2-0, the count to Finley. And we've got a timeout. We're going to have another conference at the mound. Finley has worked the count to 2-0. Bases loaded. 2 out. Bottom of 4. And the Saints have tied this one up and are threatening to take their first lead of the ball game. Garrett Kratz awaits on deck, the DH. Should Finley get aboard? But we've got some work here with a 2-0 count on Finley with the bases loaded. Kerr deals. Make it ball 3. So 3-0 the count on Finley. And he walked him. So ball 4, and we are now in the lead. Umpire called a ball 4 on the play. And the Saints have taken a 6-5 lead. And now the manager has been tossed from this contest by the umpire. Things have erupted here at the ballpark. And the manager for Fanshawe has been tossed. Bases are still loaded. The Saints have taken a 6-5 lead on the walk. And the batter will be Garrett Kratz with the bases still loaded. Fireworks here at the ballpark as the Saints have taken a 6-5 lead here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Second walk, third walk given up by Kerr here in the fourth inning. He'll face a right-handed batter, Kratz, who's 0 for 2 so far in this one. 6-5 is our score. All kinds of things happening here in the bottom half of the fourth inning here at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh. Saints at one point were trailing 5-0, and now they've gotten the lead 6-5. We're in the bottom of the fourth here in the bronze medal game. Loser gets the bronze. The winner goes on to the gold medal game against Humbert. And the Saints now lead 6-5. It's going to be Garrett Kratz, the batter. Bases loaded, nobody out. Kratz stepping up into the plate. And the pitch to Kratz. In for a strike, 0-1 the count on Kratz. The 0-1 pitch swung on and chopped towards third. It is foul. So the count goes to 0-2 on the foul ball down the third baseline. Again, bases loaded. And 2 out here in the fourth. Saints lead 6-5. The 0-2 count on Kratz against the left-hander Kerr. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on and belted foul. Way foul down the left field line. Count remains 0-2. And the pitch. Up high, outside, 1-2. 1-2 to Garrett Kratz. The 1-2 pitch, make it 2-2. 2-2 the count to Kratz. Two pitch on the way up high, make it 3-2. The count is full, and he has nowhere to put him. And Colin Robinson awaits on deck. Bases loaded, the payoff pitch, and he walked him. Third straight walk of the inning. It's now 7-5, and Colin Robinson will be the batter with the bases loaded, and he's already had 2 home runs here this morning. And we're going to get a pitching change here at the ballpark. Kerr exits the game. Saints lead 7-5. We're going to come back with more baseball right after this as we let the pitcher warm up.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Peyton McDonald is the new pitcher as we are back here at the ballpark. He wears number 6. So McDonald Third pitcher utilized so far by the Falcons. Saints have scored 4 runs in this inning. 4 walks given up by Kerr. So Colin Robinson will be the batter. He has a 2-run homer, and his last time up, a solo homer. There's nowhere to put him. The bases are loaded. He'll face the left-hander. In the dirt. Runner coming home, and he is going to score easily. And it's now 8-5. And the runners advance. Second and third. They may want to put Robinson aboard. I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, they have. So Robinson gets the free pass. The bases are still loaded now. And it's going to bring up the shortstop, Carter Ray, as they've taken the bat out of Robinson's hands. So the score is now 8-5. Bases still loaded. Pitch in for a strike. 2 out. Saints have scored 5. There have been 5 walks this inning, but 2 were intentional. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, but stopped by the catcher. Count is 1-1 on Ray. Isaac Boisson is on deck for the Saints. Eleventh batter this inning. Pitch in for a strike. Count is 1-2. 1-2 the count to Ray. The 1-2 pitch on the way, inside and low, make it 2-2. 2-2 the count to Ray. As mentioned, he's 0 for 2 in the morning. The 2-2 pitch, and he called him strike 3 call. And the side is now retired, but not before 5 runs score on 3 hits. There were no errors, and the score as we go to the top of the 5th. The Saints lead at 8-5. We'll be back with more baseball right after this.
I'm just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
We are back at Lacasse Park. Bill Kelson and the rest of the We Digital crew. 8-5 is our score in favor of the St. Clair Saints here in the bronze medal game as we come to the top of the 5th inning. Jamie Lawler will lead things off. Evan Ferguson remains in the ball game pitching for the Saints. So Lawler, Stratton, and Carson are the first 3 scheduled batters for the Falcons here in their 5th inning. They trail by 3. So it's the first time in this game they've trailed. They were leading 5-3 going into the 4th, and the Saints struck for 5. This game has been highlighted by 2 home runs off the bat of Colin Robinson for the Saints. So Lawler, who is 1 for 2 in this game, will step up to the plate. Right-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. First batter here in the 5th inning. Falcons are looking to try to get things back on course. First pitch, up tight inside, make it 1-0 the count to Lawler. Pitchers are throwing in the St. Clair pen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit into left field. It's going pretty deep, but it is foul ball, but was it caught? No. Just missing was the left fielder, but it went foul. Had the distance, went foul. Count is 1-1 on Lawler. The wind carried that one. Lawler had a double in the second inning and flew out to right his last time up. Here's the 1-1. Up high and tight. 2-1. 2-1 the count on Lawler. And the pitch swung on and hit into center field. Back, tracking it, is the center fielder Poulos. He makes the play. 1 up and 1 down in the Falcons' fifth. He's going to bring up the DH, Connor Stratton. Stratton is 0 for 1 in this one. Struck out his last time up. He was hit by a pitch his first time up in the second inning. So Stratton, again, 0 for 1. We're in the top of 5. The Saints lead by 3. It's 8-5. Pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Stratton. Third baseman Liam Carson is on deck for the Falcons. And the pitch curveball is fouled off to the right side. Counts work to 0-2. 0-2 the count on Stratton. And the pitch fouled off. Curveball was delivered there by Ferguson. Count remains 0-2. 0-2 the count. Oh and 2, the count on Stratton. And the pitch outside, make it 1-2. 1-2, the count on Stratton. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, and it's a pop-up into the shortstop is called for it, and he's going to make the play. Carter Ray makes the play on the putout. 2 up and 2 down here in the Falcons' fifth, and it'll bring up Liam Carson, who's 1 for 1 here this morning. Carson, the third baseman, will step up. Again, we are in the top of the 5th inning with the Saints leading by 3 here in this bronze medal game. The winner goes on to the championship. Pitch is low, 1-0. 1-0, the count to Carson. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on. Hit into right field. And making the play easily Appleyard. 3 up and 3 down in the Falcons' fifth. No runs, no hits, no errors. And the score as we go to the bottom of the 5th. The St. Clair Saints lead it 8-5. We'll be back with more right after this.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee cremmy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
We are back here at the ballpark. Hi, everybody. Bill Kelso. 8-5 is our score. Saints lead it here in the bronze medal game. Coming up later on We Digital, 6:50 broadcast time, the OFC football final. And it'll be the St. Clair Saints. And they are hosting, but it is the final. Should be a very interesting football game there. Hope you guys all tune into that one. Isaac Boussaint is the batter. First batter. He's 0 for 1 in this one. He would follow by Morin, and then back to the top of the order, and Poulos. Pitch is outside, 1-0 off the offering of Peyton McDonald. Third pitcher utilized by the Falcons as we are here in the bottom of the fifth inning. McDonald deals. It's low. 2-0. 2-0 the count to Boisson. There's a strike, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to Boisson. Swing and a miss, 2-2 now. Again, Spencer Morin, the left fielder, is on deck for the Saints. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit into right center field. Is going to drop for a hit. A single for Boisson. Safely aboard at first as Boisson. That's going to bring up Spencer Morin. Look at this on the replay. In between the two fielders, and it just dropped in. Morin, the left-handed batter, against the left-handed thrower in McDonald. Runner at first, nobody out, bottom of 5. Quick throw to first. And diving back in time is Boisson. Look at Humber. They would be playing next game against the winner of this one. Long throw to first, not in time. Again, 8-5's our score. We're in the bottom of the fifth. 1 on, nobody out. And the count 1-0 on Morin. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away, make it 2-0. 2-0, the count on Morin. The 2-0 pitch. In for a strike, 2-1. Excuse me, 2-1 the count on Spencer Morin. Quick throw to first. McDonald, the left-hander, is a pretty good move to first. Count is 2-1. And the pitch. Quick throw back to first, not in time. Count is now worked to 2-2. 2-2 the count on Morin. McDonald keeping Boisson close to the bag at first. 2-2 pitch on the way. It's low. Make it 3-2. So the count is full on Morin. Now we've got a discussion here coming up. Not sure what the question is. A rule discussion being discussed here, which I'm not familiar with, so we're going to try and await word to see what happens here. The count is 3-2 on Morin. And I'm sort of in the dark at this situation, so I really can't explain to those watching because I don't know what's going on. Still don't know what the count is. Now they're saying it's 2-2. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on, and it's a base hit into left field. So a solid single off the bat of Morin. He goes 2 for 2 in the game. Runners at first and second. Nobody away here in the fifth. Solid single delivered there by Morin. And it's going to bring up the center fielder, Ethan Paulus. So Ethan Paulo steps up, another left-handed batter. First and second, nobody away. Paulos, the native of Ancaster, Ontario, in his first year with the Saints. Hunter Appleyard awaits on deck for the Saints, but there are runners at first and second with nobody away here in the fifth inning. First pitch, in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Poulos. Poulos is 2 for 3 in this contest. As mentioned, Hunter Appleyard awaits on deck. Here's the 0-1, but they throw it to second base, but they don't get him. Pickoff attempt did not work, and it's now still 0-1 with runners at first and second. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher, right in front of him. Runners did not advance. Count is 1-1. 1-1 the count. Down the line, but foul. Count now 1-2 on Poulos. First and second, 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Chopped towards the mound. Throw to first. Did he get him? Yes, he did, but the runners advanced to second and third on the play. Score at 1-3. We're going to look at this in the replay, and the ball bounds up high. Throw it over to first, and he just gets him. That was close at first. It's going to bring up Hunter Appleyard with runners at second and third and one out. The pitch to Appleyard, in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Appleyard. And the pitch. Strike call, 0-2. So McDonald ahead of Appleyard, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch fouled away off the backstop. Count remains 0-2. Catcher Henry Reel is on deck. 2 on, 1 out. 8-5's our score. We're in the bottom of 5. Up high. 1-2. Count is 1-2 on Appleyard. And the pitch. Strike 3, got him swinging. So there are 2 out in the Saints' 5th inning, and it's going to bring up the catcher, Henry Reel. Reel 0 for 2 in this game with a walk as well. So Reel with runners at second and third. Base hit to right field past the first baseman. That's going to score 2 runs. Throw home, he scores. So Reel gets a 2-run single. And it's now 10-5. That might have been a situation where they may have wanted to walk Reel to face Finley again. The left-handed hitter was up next. However, so Finley will step up to the plate. And the Saints now lead it by 5. It's 10-5. Pitch is high and away, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, low and away this time, make it 2-0. Garrett Kratz, the DH, will bat next. The pitch by McDonald. In for a strike, it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Did he go? They're waiting for the help. The count is 2-2. 2-2 to Finley. Runner at first. The 2-2 pitch. Low and away, 3-2. So the count is full with Reel at first. Kratz awaits on deck. Finley walked the last time when the bases were loaded. The 2-2 pitch. And he walked him. Make that 3-2. He walked him. So it's first and second for Garrett Kratz. Actually, they've got. So Austin Tilson is coming into bat for Kratz, left-handed batter. Ball 1 to Kratz. So he's pinch hitting. Look at his season record, 380 on the season. Ball is low, make it 2-0. Colin Robinson, the first baseman, is the next batter. And Robinson is 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. Conference at the mound. 10-5 is our score. Runners are at first and second. And 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Two and 0 the count on Tilson. The 2-0 pitch. In for a strike. It's 2-1. There goes the runner. Catcher couldn't control it. Now they'll throw to second. He is out at second base. Or did he call him safe? No, he called him safe. I'm sorry. Looked like I thought he with the hand down, but instead he had both hands down for the safe call. So I thought he was called out. We apologize. And nonetheless, the runners are at second and third. Watch the umpire. Yes. And he walked him. So Tilson gets a walk and the bases are loaded. And guess what? It's going to be time for Colin Robinson to step to the plate. And he's 2 for 2 so far in this one. There's nowhere to put him. So Robinson steps up with the bases loaded. He's had a 1-run homer and a 2-run homer. We're going to get a pitching change with the score 10-5. So another pitcher will enter the game. And having said that, with a new pitcher entering the ball game, we'll be back with more baseball right after this.
Mont's On Time Express has all of your delivery needs covered with a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks. It doesn't matter if the freight is big or small. Mont's On Time Express can guarantee safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Licensed to broker freight throughout North America, Mont's On Time Express features same-day delivery service, along with a state-of-the-art dispatching system and live GPS tracking assistance. Mont's is fully insured and Canadian bonded and has certifications with FAST, CTAT, PIP, and SmartWay. Mont's On Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. To get your delivery moving, contact Mont's On Time Express at www.montsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282.
Number 24 has come into the game. Connor Stapleford is the pitcher. He's a lefty. They've got a few lefties on this team that pitches, at least 4. So Stapleford on the mound. He's just finishing his warm-up tosses. He's going to face Colin Robinson, who's 2 for 2 in this contest. And both hits home runs. Bases loaded. 2 out. 10-5 is our score. Well, we've got some dramatics here at the ballpark. Pitch is away and low, 1-0 the count to Robinson. And the pitch, up high, 2-0. 2-0 the count to Robinson. Up high, make it 3-0. So the count has worked to 3-0 on Robinson. Bases are loaded. And the pitch. In for a strike, 3-1. 3-1 to Robinson. The 3-1 pitch. Called a strike, it's 3-2. So the count is full on Robinson. Full count on Robinson. Bases loaded. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit hard to third. Long throw to first, and he gets him. And the side is retired, but 2 runs have scored. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. And the score as we go to the top of the 6th. St. Clair leads at 10-5. We'll be back with more right after this.
No. I never smoked any. Sure, I smoked a bit. But it was more your mom who was into it. Pot grows naturally, but it won't help you grow as a person.
Talking cannabis with your teen can be learned. Download our free brochure.
You know what? Poison ivy grows naturally, but it's not good for you, is it?
Find the answers you need at drugfreekidscanada.org.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things, like should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Excuse me, we're back here at Lacasse Park. OCAA championships were in the bronze medal game. Look up upcoming broadcast, the OC final tonight. That's the London Beefeaters against the St. Clair Saints. And then we've got soccer tomorrow. And then basketball, ladies basketball, and men on Wednesday. So a lot of viewing here for WeDigital.ca. Upcoming Saints webcasts. Finishing up the warm-up tosses for the Saints, Evan Ferguson pitching here in the 6th inning. He's going to square off against Drew Lawrence, Connor Smith, and Eric Martin are the scheduled 3 hitters for the Fanshawe Falcons here in their 6th inning. Falcons trail by 5 here as we are in the top of the 6th inning. Lawrence 1 for 2 in this game. Lays a bunt down and a good one, and he's going to be safely aboard. So a bunt single for Lawrence. Runner at first with nobody out. And he's going to bring up Connor Smith. Nice bunt delivered there by Drew Lawrence. And he reached first base easily. So the left-handed batter, Smith, 1 for 2. He had a triple his first time up and struck out his last time up. Again, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Fouled off behind the screen. 0-1 the count to Smith. Saints have got people warming up in the pen. The right-hander is throwing in the pen that I can see from my location. Line shot, base hit to right field, a single. Going to third is Lawrence, the throw, and he is safe. So it's first and third with nobody away here in the Falcons' 6th inning. Zachary Hartman is warming up in the pen. He's going to bring up Ethan Martin. Martin is 0 for 3. Left-handed batter again up. 2 on, nobody out, top of 6. And the pitch. Ground ball to third. Finley, throw to first. And he is out at first. Runner safe at second, but the runner scores. And it's now 10-6. So a runner at second with 1 out, and they'll bring up McGuire Gordon. Runner at second. One out. 10-6 our score. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count to Gordon. The 0-1 pitch is low and in the dirt. Blocked by Ray. Or Real, I should say, sorry. Fourth year for McGuire Gordon. Count is 1-1. One out, runner on second. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. 1-2 the count on Gordon. The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit into right field. Appleyard makes the play, and an easy play for him. Two out, one on in the Falcons' sixth inning. It'll be the catcher. Brad Verhoeven is stepping up to the plate. Left-handed batter. Verhoeven is 1 for 1 on the day. He walked his last time up. Again, there's a runner on second. Falcons have scored one run this inning. Our score is 10-6. Ferguson delivers. Up high, 1-0. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch is low. Make it 2-0. 2-0 the count on Verhoeven. We've just had a player, or somebody just got tossed from this game. Somebody has been thrown out, and we're just awaiting word to see who it is. We are awaiting word here to see who has been removed from the contest. Drew Lawrence, I believe, is the player that has been asked to leave the game and then told. So Lawrence will have to be replaced. He was in the lineup. 10-6 our score. 2 out. Here in the top of the sixth inning. Bit of a delay here going on as we have discussions between the umpires. And they're still having a discussion, and it's quite lively. Getting quite heated out here at the ballpark. Trying to settle things down here at the ballpark. We've had the manager thrown out, and we've also had a player in this one thrown out of this contest. Game getting back underway. 2 out. Verhoeven, the batter. And the count is 2-0. 2-0 the count on Verhoeven. Runner at second. And the pitch is low, make it 3-0. So the count has been worked to 3-0. Our score is 10-6, and we've had a lot of dramatics here at the ballpark this morning. The 3-0 pitch, and he walked him. So Verhoeven walks. Runners now at first and second. It's going to bring up Ferris Adamu. So Ferris Adamu will bat. First and second, 2 outs. 10-6 is our score. Adamu in his 4th year at the college as well. Runners at first and second. And the pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count on Adamu. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Off of reel, but the runners do not advance. One and one the count on Adamu. The 1-1 pitch is swung on off the arm. It's going to go into the outfield. Runner will score. Here's the throw home, and he is safe. Runners still go to first and second, and it's now 10-7 on the hit by Adamu. Look at this on the replay. A solid hit into the outfield. Long throw home. Runner safe at home. We're going to get a pitching change for the Saints as the score is now 10-7. New pitcher will be coming in. We'll have that for you in just a moment, so we'll be back with more baseball right after this.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
We are back to the action. Look at the relief pitcher. He's pitched 2 games, or in 2 games this season. Wearing number 37, right-hander Zachary Hartman on the mound. He's pitched 6 innings. Hasn't a lot of run, however. Has struck out 4 with an ERA of 0.00. So the right-hander, Zachary Hartman. And the first batter he'll face will be the first baseman, Jamie Lawler. (10-7) is our score. Runners are first and second with 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. And the Falcons have narrowed the deficit by 2 from a 5-run deficit to a 3-run deficit. Again, it's now 10-7. So Lawler steps up to the plate. Right-hander against a right-hander. Hartman in to put out the fire for the Saints if he can. First delivery from Hartman is up high, 1-0. Again, runners at first and second, 2 out. 1-0 count. And the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. 1-1, the count to Hartman. I should say from Hartman to Lawler. Here's the 1-1, up high, 2-1. 2-1, the count to Lawler. Carter Stratton awaits on deck. The DH. Should Lawler get aboard? Pitch hit to the infield. Robinson flips it to the pitcher. He drops the ball, and he's not going to make the play. And a run is going to score. And here comes another one. And it's now going to be 10-9. 2 runs have scored on the play. As things erupt here at the ballpark. And his score is now 10-9. And this is what all happened here at the bottom of the top half of the 6th inning. The Falcons have scored 4 times. Runner is now at second. 2 runs scored on the play. And all that wildness, and the score is now 10-9. Well, it doesn't get any more dramatic than this here at the ballpark. 2 outs, 10-9 is now our score. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. This contest definitely not one for the faint-hearted. 0-1 the count to Carter Stratton. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. Got the strikeout. 4 runs were scored on the play, or in the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. The game has been narrowed down now. It's 10-9, and we'll be back with more baseball right after this.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
We are back at the ballpark, hit and set to start the bottom half of the 6th inning, and this game is now a one-run contest. It's 10-9 in favor of the Saints. Bill Kelso along with the rest of the WeDigital.ca crew, and this game has turned into an interesting affair here in the bronze medal game in the OCAA action. Winner of this one will take on Humber College a little later on this afternoon, coming up. Stapleford, the left-hander, on the mound. As we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Carter Ray, Isaac Boisson and Spencer Morin are the scheduled first three hitters for St. Clair here in the bottom of the sixth inning. The pitch to Ray, and he pushes it forward. And he is safe on a bunt single. So a bunt single by Carter Ray. He gets safely aboard. And he'll bring up Boisson, who's 1 for 2 here this morning. They couldn't make the play, despite the nice effort. So Boisson, again, who's 1 for 2, has scored twice. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of 6. Saints now clinging to a 1-run lead. Look out, up high. The count's 1-0. 1-0, the count to Boisson. Warm me up in the pen. Henry Reel is the catcher is actually warming up for St. Clair in the bullpen. Count is now 1-1 on Boisson. The 1-1 pitch. We're going to miss. It's 2-1. 2-1 to Boisson. I should say 1-2. 1-2 the count. Ball is low. 2-2. So 2-2 with a runner at first. Saints would like to get some insurance runs here in their bottom half of the sixth inning as we'll come up to the seventh. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Base hit to left field. Runner will hold at second, so a solid single off the bat of Boisson. First and second with nobody out, and the batter will be the left fielder, Spencer Morin. So left fielder Spencer Morin, who's 2 for 2 so far in this one. Also a walk, has scored twice. Runners at first and second with nobody out for the Saints. Looking to add insurance to their narrow 1-run lead. There was a 5-run lead, but it's been narrowed down to 1 as we get here in the latter stages of this contest. Lefty against the lefty. They're expecting bunt, and they're going to get it. Throw to first, and he gets them, but the runners advance. So a sacrifice bunt for Morin. Runners second and third with 1 out. And we come to the top of the order. Center fielder Ethan Poulos, another left-handed batter, who's 2 for 4 so far in this contest. So, second and third. And conference at the mound. Base coach also will have words with Ethan Poulos. The center fielder, again, he's 2 for 4 in this game. Second and third, 1 out in the Saints' bottom half of the sixth inning. And this has been a long, drawn-out contest, or at least it's turned out to be. Umpire will break up the conference at the mound, and we'll get things back underway. So Poulos against Stapleford. And the first pitch is low and inside 1-0. 1-0 the count to Stapleford. One 0 pitch, hit towards first base. He's going to make the play. Runners will hold, and it stays at second and third. Now there's 2 outs. And it's going to bring up Hunter Appleyard. First baseman made the play. 2 outs, 2 on. Appleyard is 1 for 4 in this game. Struck out his last time up. Righty against the lefty. First pitch from Stapleford is called a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. The count on Appleyard. Appleyard calls time. The 1-0 pitch. And for a strike, it's 1-1. 1-1, the count to Appleyard. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2. 1-2, the count to Appleyard. Stapleford delivers. Strike 3, Cole got him. And the side is retired. And we go to the top of the 7th. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Score is 10-9 to the 7th inning. We'll be back with that in just a moment.
Just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
At the ballpark. We have a new pitcher. He was catching this afternoon or this morning. So he's going to try and finish things off for the Saints. Carter Ray. Check that out. That is actually the new pitcher is going to be Henry Reel is a new pitcher. Ethan Shirk is now going to catch. Pitched 1 game, has 1 save. And the right-hander will face it in this inning. Liam Carson. Is the first batter. Again, Shirk is the catcher. Carson will bat first. And then we're going to have a batter for Drew Lawrence, who's one of the players expelled. Liam Carson is 1 for 2 in this game. He's the first batter to face Ray. Place strike 1. Fouled it off. Oh, and 1 the count to Carson. And Ray delivers. 1-1 the count on Carson. Up high, 2-1. 2-1 the count on Carson. Two and two. So the count has been worked to 2-2. Time is called. Two pitch on the way is fouled off behind the screen. Count remains 2-2. We're in the top half of the seventh inning. The Saints lead by 1. Fanshawe Falcons fighting for their playoff lives here in the seventh inning. The 2-2 pitch. It's hit into right field. Actually, the second baseman is just before the right field. The second baseman made the play. 1 up and 1 down. Look at this on the replay. Just at the right field grass. Actually, it's number 50 batting. Pitch in the dirt. And we'll get his name for you in just a moment. They announced the wrong player because Lawrence had been expelled. Ashton Whalen is the batter. Whalen, it's 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to third, and Finley can't handle it. And it goes into the outfield. It's going to be error to the third baseman. Runner on first, and it'll bring up Connor Smith, the second baseman. So Connor Smith will bat. 1 on, 1 out for the Falcons. And the first pitch. In for a strike, it's 0-1. 0-1, the count on Smith. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and belted into center field, but making the play is Rios. And there are 2 outs here in the seventh inning. And the Falcons are down to their last out. Poulos with the play in center. Going to bring up Eric Martin, the left fielder. Martin is 0 for 4. Does have an RBI, though. First pitch, in for a strike. It's 0-1. The count to Martin. Falcons are down to their last out. Runner on first, 2 out. Ray delivers. It's popped up. Does Finley have room? No, it's drifting out of play. And the count goes to 0-2. So 0-2 the count on Martin. And the Falcons are down to their last strike. 0-2 the count. Ray, you're on relief. Real. Here's the pitch. And he just got a piece of it. Henry Real, and the count is still 0-2. 0-2 the count. And Real delivers. Strike 3, got him! And the game is over. The Saints have won it on the strikeout, and that this game is over 10-9. And the Saints win it 10-9 to go to the finals. And the Falcons will capture the bronze. But the Saints win this one 10-9. We will have that game for you at 1 o'clock. The Saints against Humber College. We'll be back with more baseball at that time.